Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Thursday Roundtable edition. I am your host, Caleb Palmer, and we are excited tonight for tonight's Roundtable edition, a special edition topic where we're talking about social media. We know this pandemic has forced a lot of us to actually take on the platform of social media, and I'm just excited for our guest that's with me tonight, my good friend, Miss Renee is here tonight, and she's going to introduce herself. But at this time, I want to invite you all to go ahead and like and share that others might be able to join us on tonight's broadcast. How are you doing tonight, Miss Renee?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful. It's so good to see you looking well.
You too.
And thank you again for taking time out of your schedule to come on and join us on the round table tonight.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
No problem at all.
At this time, I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself, tell the people who you are, what you do, and we'll go into our conversation from there, okay?
All right, thank you. My name is Arnisha. Sorry about that. My name is Arnisha, but people call me Renee. I'm branching off now as Renee Echelon. So I just prefer to be called Renee Echelon. I am the owner of My Size Fashion Boutique. I am the co-owner of Provision Tech Solution, where I do text preparation and notary.
Okay.
I am an educator, and I am starting to branch off to be a social media influencer. Wonderful. Well, I wouldn't just say social media, but an influencer.
Wonderful.
Yep.
So you're a woman with many hats.
Yes.
And first question that will come to my mind is, how do you juggle all of it?
Woo. That's a good question. Sometimes, honestly, Caleb, I wake up sometimes and I be like, how do I do this?
Right.
It's a lot.
Right.
Okay, I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah.
But number one, you got to have faith.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Wow.
So
That's
I'm
important.
still trying to figure out how do I do it all.
Wow.
You know, I wake up every day. I get it done. When I get it done, before I go to bed, I say, Lord, I thank you. Because honestly, I couldn't even tell you how I get it done every day. It's a lot.
Right.
You have to have balance, and you have to have priorities.
Wow.
So I think with those two things being top, knowing what's a priority, when it needs to be a priority, and just having balance, you know.
And one thing that you said that we even live by here at this ministry, we greater faith, and we know that without faith, it's impossible to please God. And so a lot of people really need to take that to heart of what you said, that and faith is sometimes scary because there are times where you don't understand certain things, you can't wrap your head around it and figure it out.
Right.
But having faith and trusting at the end of the day and say, God, it's in your hands. Whatever happens, whatever goes on, I trust you and I believe and have faith in you.
Absolutely.
With that being said, how did you start your journey? How did that happen for you?
Listen, I'm glad that you asked.
Yes.
I woke up one day literally and was like, I want to care about myself again. Having children at an early age, fresh out of high school, going straight to college, working 9 to 5, morning job, afternoon, going to school, at night job. Like, this was my life all day. And when I wasn't doing those three, work, school, work again, 2 different jobs, school in the afternoons. When I wasn't doing that, I was being a mom. So I just got tired. I was like, I'm young, and I'm still young at that time.
Right.
So, and I just woke up one day, and I was like, it's time for me to care about myself again. So with that, I started with my appearance, how most ladies do.
Right.
Just caring about, how your hair look and, get your nails and stuff done and, just caring about how you look. And I started that, and it became a habit. And to the point where I fell in love with different wardrobe pieces, and I was like, I'm liking this. And I started to get comments and things. So I'm like, I think I can do this.
Right.
And then, my siblings and my family members would call and ask me, like, do this look right? Do this look right? And I said, you know what? I'm about to open me a store up.
Look at it.
And I did it.
Come on.
And I started with a storefront. I had my storefront maybe like 2.5 years. After that, I became a full-time educator.
Wow.
So after that, I was like, I really love being an educator. I had graduated from college, and I was like, I'm going to let this just be an online thing for now, because I really wanted to give back to my community and just, my city where I'm from. Right. And I was like, I want to be an educator. So that's what I did. So I closed my storefront. Wow. And I became a full-time educator. I had graduated from college at the time, and things were going good. And I was like, it was a lot at that time to balance that. So after that, I, started to do it online, and my business started to grow and grow and grow, and I started to want more and more and more and do more and more and more just for the community and, where I'm from. So that's how I got started.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yep. At what point in the journey did you, or what actually put a spark on you to jump into the social media part?
Well, my generation, our generation, since MySpace, social media has been huge, yes. And I remember, being in middle school and being in high school, being so MySpace crazy. Yep. And then once I got into social media, I was like, okay, this is where everybody is, because I probably was the last person on MySpace because I was not, I worked, I had the kids, and I was like, where is everybody? Right. And then I branched off and I learned social media, and that's how I got on there. I started to make me a page on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Right.
That's good. So let me ask you this, because this is exactly what we're talking about now. Like the age of social media has increased tremendously. So how have you been able to use that as an advantage to increase your audience? What are methods you use even to help yourself increase your social media audience?
Most definitely marketing. Social media is where is it? Right. Honestly, I mean, especially for, and not just our generation. Like I'm seeing more and more generations on social media. It's the new thing now. Right. So, but over the years and over the ages, it has impacted my business tremendously. And I say that with growth with clientele, sales, networking. Right. So it's been very impactful.
That's wonderful. Yep. Like, how do you best utilize social media? So, like, are you posting on certain times? Like, I guess we can kind of relate this to businesses and marketing. Are there certain times and certain days that things should be posted? How does it look?
And I'm so glad that you asked this question because I am still holding myself accountable when it comes to posting. Right. But what I've learned is you have people that work in the morning. Right. You have people that work in the afternoons, the evenings. You have people work at night. So when I'm asleep at night, 9, 10 o'clock, I have some people that's just getting up. That's right. Going to work. Right. So I think that it's best to post on social media daily. That's number one. And throughout the day. Even if you have something set where you say, oh, I'm going to post at 8 a.m. Right. 6 a.m. for my early birds. Right. 6 a.m., 12 in the afternoon. Those are lunch hours. Right. In maybe like 5-ish, 6, 8 to as late as 9 at night. Okay.
Wonderful. Yep. Can you describe what platforms that you use? Like, for an example, TikTok has become one like the biggest platforms, along with, of course, the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. But like for different events that you may host, or for age groups you want to target, how does that look?
So for Facebook, I kind of use Facebook for, and then again, like as far as age goes, there's no. Because
like you said, right now, I mean, everybody
Yeah,
is using
the
it.
only gap when it comes to like the age group would probably be Instagram.
Right.
I on Instagram I have more middle age followers, and that's maybe like late 20s, mid 30s, like you and younger. So that's that age group. But Facebook, TikTok,
Yeah.
I mean, it does not matter the age. So honestly, all three is great for any age bracket. But as far as like family and close friends, normally it's like Facebook for family and close friends.
Right.
IG is more of like a nationwide
Right.
platform.
Right.
Like when you want to reach people like different cities, different states.
Okay.
You know, so I will use Instagram for that. TikTok, wow, nationwide.
Right.
The new
Right.
social media platform.
Right.
I'm still learning TikTok myself.
Right.
Trying to, and it's fun, it's cool, you know, and I like it.
Yeah.
And I plan on doing more with TikTok on TikTok with my business.
Right. And I noticed too, like a lot of younger people do love their TikTok, and so I'm as well trying to work on it. I gotta actually do a TikTok tomorrow, so with some kids. But it's about also just stepping out there and branching out there, like you've talked about. You've done yourself. You have to sometimes step out of the box, get out of your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're really trying to branch off and go higher in life. And so with that, let me just kind of. You say you have two young men, two boys. How are your conversations with them when it talks about social media? With you utilizing that, from a business aspect and also a aspect of encouragement and reaching out and building your brand. How are your conversations with them as far as responsibility with utilizing these social media platforms? Talk about that for a little bit, if you don't mind.
So with my boys, who are now 9 and 10 years old, my 10-year-old,
they love TikTok.
They love TikTok.
Right.
As far as Facebook and Instagram, they are not of age to use Instagram or Facebook. Of course, they know what it is.
Right.
I mean, they probably learned it from
School,
YouTube, school, TikTok.
Right.
But they're not using Facebook or Instagram. And, they have X, like, what is this? And I say, oh, this is for adults.
Right.
Not for children.
Okay.
And they understand it. I don't really have problems out of them with that. But TikTok, OMG. I had to have some long conversations with my boys because they would do, kids in general will do TikTok videos anywhere.
Yes.
The grocery store.
Yes.
Just in the living room while I'm in the kitchen cooking, so just letting them know, like, hey, when you make videos and you post it for the world to see, you have to be cautious of those things. You have to make sure your background is free of other people, other things, and just letting them know to protect themselves when it comes to privacy and just being aware of, what you're posting, because once you hit post, submit, or whatever it is, it's on there.
It's on there.
Even when you think you deleted it,
It's still on there.
it's still on there. So just that conversation around privacy and just being cautious of, what you're posting on TikTok, and make sure I'm not in the background. Make sure nothing's on the couch. Just make sure.
So just hear a post.
Right.
Okay, let me ask you this: how did you get into promotions? Do you promote for yourself or others using your platform?
So mainly right now I promote for myself. And how did I get into it? Like I said, social media is the new go-to. It is the new news channel, 3, 5, 13.
Right.
You hear me?
CNN.
Yes, it is just the new go-to. So that's how I started to promote myself on social media. Like I said, I'm rebranding myself as Renee Echelon, as an influencer, and I am moving towards promoting other businesses, and just doing that. And how did I get into that? Like, I have a nice social media following on IG or Instagram. IG is what us young people call it, but Instagram.
Like, what's IG?
Yeah, IG is Instagram. So I have a nice following there. So I would just get people, inboxing me saying, hey, do you do promos? Can I send you this? Can I send you that? To the point where I'm like, Lord, is this, what I need to be doing?
Right.
And I am the type of person, like, if I can help you, I'm going to help you.
Wow.
If me wearing your lashes will bring you clientele,
Right.
or if me wearing your hair weave will bring you clientele, or me even, although I sell clothes,
Right.
I would wear other people's clothes and say, hey, this outfit is from this person. Support, because I just believe in supporting, one another,
Right.
and, our community.
And that's good, because that was going to be my next question when you already kind of answered it, of how people need to know. You have certain people that utilize social media just for themselves, just to promote themselves, just to build their followers and all of that stuff. But you're actually not just utilizing it for your brand, like you just talked about, in different ways of you giving back to the community. You don't mind helping somebody else or wearing what they have. And can you talk about, even, I'm going to vent you off a little bit, how has that blessed you in your life, and how you've seen blessings come back to you for having that type of heart?
OMG. I cannot complain.
Yeah.
I am forever grateful.
Yeah.
And I never say anything for granted. That's
right.
number one. Where I am today, I'm truly blessed. And this is just solely by me just being a good person. And people always say, yeah, how did you get this place? I have a good heart,
That's
and it's about what's in here. And, I'm not just doing what I do to just be seen or make a name for myself. Like, I'm doing this because this is who I truly am.
Right.
And anybody that's been around me, they pretty much pick up on that energy anyways.
Yeah.
But that's how, God continues to bless me, because I don't mind blessing other people. If God give it to me to give, I'm going to give.
That's wonderful. Yeah.
And I am a firm believer of giving.
Yeah.
And, wherever I can give, or, even if it's just me meeting someone, and do we have a time for a crazy, it's not a crazy story, but it's a testimony.
Yeah.
So I networked with this designer from here. His name is George Price. Not only that, I networked with this young lady named Vanessa. And she called herself Van Dash Media. She's actually a great friend of mine, and we met in college.
Okay.
And I was her next door neighbor, and every time I would see her, I would speak, and and she would come in the house with groceries, and I say, oh, let me help you, or let my boys help you, or whatever the case may be. And I was always offering a giving hand.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because we are friends to this day. And she handles all of my social media marketing. She handles everything for me. And just by me
That's it.
offering,
That's right.
let me help you with your groceries. She's in my life right now, and she handles all of my social media marketing, things from ideas to branding, packages. Like, she handles everything. She's phenomenal. She's amazing. And her, just that has been a blessing for me.
That's right.
To be connected with someone who knows how to run social media.
That's right.
She taught me how to run social media. And then with George Price, he is a designer. He makes clothes.
Wow.
And it's crazy because it's like, I met him, and I had a fashion show, and I invited him to the fashion show to be a judge. Because, when I met him, he used to always say, I want to just, get myself out there. I want to network, and I want to meet new people. And I said, oh, perfect. You can be the judge at my fashion show.
Wow.
And since my fashion show, he has, been blessed in his line of work, and vice versa. He's amazing, so he was going to get that type of clientele regardless. But, it's just helping. And then he called me, and he was like, I want to work with you. Let's do this and let's do that. So we have a whole lot of stuff coming up. And it's just, working together and
right.
networking, and he want to be a blessing to me.
That's right.
You know, just by inviting him to be a judge on my show.
And you been a blessing back.
Yes.
And you tell George I'm gonna throw him some pennies because since he making clothes, he can probably make me some better clothes than I got right now. So I'll let you take care of that part for me.
I sure will.
But no, people do need to understand. I say this all the time, seriously, that everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
And going back even to the young lady who you live by, God knew it all. You didn't understand why he put y'all together. Y'all went to school, why he moved y'all together. You didn't understand even her gift that she had, but God knows what your heart was wanting. And he knew that you needed her at the right time. And and we have to be so cautious with how we treat people, the things we say, the things we do, because we never know when we might need that person.
Yes.
And that's a prime example of what you done shared tonight. And that's a great testimony. You got to keep telling that testimony.
I sure will.
Because people need to hear that. Let me ask you this. Let's kind of jump back to social media, but let's talk about, I think this is an interesting question as well. Should leaders have personal and or professional pages?
Absolutely.
And how to go ahead and explain it for me.
Now, it just depends on who you are.
Right.
You know, there can be yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
For me, do I have a personal page and a professional page? No.
Okay.
My Renee Echelon page is my page. And I say that because social media, believe it or not, people say, oh, it's just entertainment. No. Social media can make or break you.
Oh, wow.
You know,
That's
and
good.
it's your reputation.
That's good. That's
so
good.
I wouldn't post anything on social media that I wouldn't care about someone seeing,
Right.
or that's not my character.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
what you see on social media is who I truly am.
That's right.
So I can only be me.
That's right.
You know, so it just depends.
Yeah.
Do you want to, not be true to you and, who you're in this world to be, or, who
That's
God
true.
bless you to be,
Yeah,
or
that's true.
do you want to cover it up and pretend to be this and, do
Right.
no. Like,
That's true.
I am who I am. I don't believe in covering things up, making this look good for this group of people and making this look different for this group of people. No.
Yeah, that's good.
This is who I am.
Right.
I'm gonna always hold myself to the standards of a woman.
That's right.
A mom, an entrepreneur, and those are, I'm just cautious about, what I post on social media. Social media is social media, and it's supposed to be entertainment. But this age, social media has grown to either make you or break you.
Yes.
So
Yep.
it's like
Yep.
it's either gonna break you if you allow it based off how you characterize yourself
That's
on
right.
your page.
That's right. That's
Okay,
right. That's
so
right.
I guess my answer to that was be no.
Yeah.
I only said yes because you do have people who do that, and that's fine if that's what they live by.
Right.
But me, like, no. Now I do have separate pages when it comes to, like, I have a boutique page, and that's solely my size fashion.
Right.
And I have a professional a provision tech service page, and just easier for to separate everything.
Right.
So if
Two
you
different
want
businesses,
two different businesses,
Right.
it could get overcluttered in one page.
That's right.
So I did eventually separated all of them, and that's just to be organized. It's just to be organized, but not for things like that. But my Renee Echelon page, that is, you see mom, you see business, you see social, with friends, family, because again, I am a mom, a woman at all times, at all times. So,
That's wonderful. Let me ask you, they got a question come in. It says, for the elderly that are just migrating to social media scene, are there classes, and what are some advice of caution you would give to seniors who are now beginning to log on social media, with especially also they say with identity theft?
For my older people who are, or for them who's using social media for the very first time,
Right.
give yourself grace,
Right.
be patient, because me myself, I am still learning.
Yeah.
Social media. I just learned how to go live maybe a year ago.
Right.
People been going live, and I'm still learning how to post reels. Is
Yeah,
that what they?
yeah.
So I'm learning how to do that. So I myself, I am still learning social media, and I'm a part of the younger
younger
generation.
crowd,
So
yeah,
give yourself time, give yourself grace. And as far as classes, not off the top of my head that I know, where they can go and have classes.
Right.
But I do know, like, if you get on social media enough, it's pretty, you can really teach yourself.
Right.
You don't have
Right.
to go to class or pay anyone to teach you how to use social media.
Right.
Go on there, do like I do. I use Google.
Yeah.
When I first seen, when you hit the post button and I first seen Reels and Live, I went to Google and I was like, Reels, what is that? And all of these videos started popping up that it looked as if it was TikTok. So I was
Right.
like, oh, okay. So it looked like TikTok, but they brought it here. It's just not called TikTok, but it's
Right.
similar. You can, say things and do different dances and things like that. So Google. Ask someone like I do.
Right. Let me ask you, what's the best way to promote your brand? I guess this would be a general question for someone who's watching. What would you say is the best way to promote your brand and increase your followers?
Marketing, marketing, and invest in yourself. If there's something that you don't specialize in, find someone that specialize in it. Because again, we spend so much money on other things, and if you have the money to invest in yourself, I would invest in myself first within, the marketing platform.
Right.
So most definitely marketing, network, social media is the go-to.
Right.
But, go different places, go to different pop-up shops, go to
Right.
different events, I have to know who I'm buying something from. And that's just, the time that we're living in,
Right.
And I have to see the quality of your work. And I want to know, if I'm supporting someone that's, that deserve to be supported.
That's right.
And, I need to see, what's going on. So
right.
I would, marketing, network, and support other people, because you have to support to get support,
That's right. Yeah. Can you tell us, for somebody that's watching that may have been toiling with jumping into their journey of social media, promoting themselves, getting themselves up on their feet and out there, what would you say to encourage them tonight, if you could?
Woo.
I know I caught you out.
Listen.
Yeah.
Do not stop. I have been doing this since 2015.
Wow.
And when I say I started small,
Yeah.
yes, there were times that I wanted to give up.
Right.
And when I look back today and I look at all, the things that I've been through from, jumping right in, not, doing my research and I was like, man, look at me now. What if I would have gave up back then? But I didn't. So keep going. Do your research. Be cautious again. Everything you do, be cautious.
Yeah.
Don't be quick to just go out there and buy and promote yourself.
Right.
Be cautious. Take your time.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, you rather spend more time preparing yourself, knowing, what it is that I want to do.
Right.
Knowing how much money it's going to take,
Right.
saving money,
Right.
and just doing it the right way. Asking questions, meeting someone that's already in that line or field of, of whatever it is that you are wanting to do. Network before, you do all that. And even support, because you never know who you may meet. When you support and when you network, like, you never know. You may meet someone that can give you some tips and things like that. So be open, be patient, be cautious, Take your time and do not give up. It is not gonna be easy. You're gonna have those times where you feel like I done gave so much, so much, so much. I done put money in this. I didn't spend money on a photo shoot. I didn't spend money on a mic and a ring light, and all this. And it's like, where is my sales? Or where is my clientele? I promise you, take your time. And also be true to you and what it is that you want to do. You're gonna meet so many people throughout your journey to the point where it'll have you second guessing, like, oh, do I really want to do that? Oh, this person, that person said, that ain't no good thing. Be true to you. Do what you want to do, stick to it, and keep going. That's it. Yes. So my social media platforms would be great. I also have a email address. You can email me for bookings, or if you have any questions, you can book me on Renee. That's RENEE echelon ECHELON. So Renee echelon at gmail.com. My Instagram is Renee Echelon. My Facebook is Arnisha Renee. And I am currently about to launch my new Renee Echelon YouTube show. So soon you'll be able to follow that and keep in touch with me on there. But yeah, and then of course with the boutique, My Size Fashion Boutique, that's on IG and Facebook, and Provision Tech Solutions, IG and Facebook.
How you keep up with all that?
I know.
You got it going. Well, I'm telling you, you got it going. But before we get out tonight, I do want to say a special prayer for you. And again, thank you so much for definitely coming on. I know you are a busy lady.
You are
But I
welcome.
am so grateful that you were able to come on tonight and be a blessing to somebody else.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, this won't be the last time. This won't be the last
Okay.
time. But Father, we thank you tonight for everything our eyes have seen and ears have heard. And God, thank you for Miss Renee and her wonderful spirit. And God, I pray a special prayer for her, her family, God, and her businesses, God.
Amen.
Joining us here tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. We want to make sure again that you like and share. That you like and share on our Facebook, and then also go ahead and subscribe to our. We want to also invite you all not next Thursday, because we changed from doing it each and every Thursday to the first and Thursday of each month. And so at 7 o'clock on the 16th, I believe that date is correct. But on September 16th, we're going to have our none other than our mayor of Olive Branch, Mayor Ken Adams, is going to be our special guest on, that is September the 16th at 7 o'clock. And he's going to be giving us a state of the city address and talking about the different things that is happening here in the city of Olive Branch. So you definitely don't want to miss it. You can go ahead and text your questions in to 901-590-5399, or also email at Greater Faith Outreach at iCloud.com. And then we want to also invite you all to make sure that you join us each and every Sunday, whether you want to join us in person or whether you want to join us online. Our information is Greater Faith Outreach Ministry. We can type that in on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our Instagram. Again, Ms. Renee, we thank you so much for coming and joining us.
You're welcome.
And we thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all on September the 16th at 7 o'clock. Have a blessed night.